Stevie. Boys. Hey. We are a little late. My apologies. Get us logged on and we will get started. Tonight we are designing with TCT Crafts. So if you were here maybe a week ago, I had a very unhappy Donna because I shopped the tail end of TCT Crafts, like big 50% off sale, and I may have taken some of the last of some very pretty hydrangea. Hello, hello. There's no way in heck I can see that far. Let me get on the channel. Stevie. Steve is just ripping up his dog bed right now. All right, let's see here. All right, so what I figured we would do is we can do a quick unboxing of what I got for the sale. I'll go through a quick. Hello, Robin. All right. Nice to see you. Hey, Diane. Always nice to see you as well, friend. Hey, Gina. I am doing great. How are you? How are you, my friend? All right. So, hello, Marion. It's like the gang is back. The gang is back. Guys, I don't know what it is. I have just been feeling it, like the creativity. I just totally spit. That was so gross. I have been feeling like spitting. That was so gross. My apologies. If anybody thinks I'm a lady, there you go. That was disgusting. Hi, Pam. I hope you didn't just see me spit. Hi, Ann. Nice to see you. All right. Enough about my just nonsense. Well, it's all nonsense with me. So yes, so let's do a quick unboxing of the sale items that I got. And then we're going to get into what Melissa sent us, which is going to be some fall goodies. And then we're going to design, okay? So how is everyone doing tonight? Where are you watching from? Let me see. And yes, I am trying to be consistent with the Tuesday nights at 7. So that is hopefully where you're going to find me. And if I'm not here, there should be a new tutorial. That is what's going on in this little brain here. That is the plan. Consistency. Ladies, remember when I was like rigid, like I had a schedule and I stuck to it? That's the goal. And honestly, like I have been feeling so much better about so many things. And so this little light of mine is like starting to come back. It definitely was taking a break. I was not feeling it, and now I am, and so it's feeling so good. Howdy from Texas. Puddle by Farm Designs, that's so cute. Hello, Miss Renee. All right, so whenever Donna does come around, she's not gonna be happy. But I have to say, even though these items are pretty much spring, one, I kind of like, I feel like I'm going to do these colors most of the year anyways, but, oh my gosh, Jennifer, I'm so glad you said that, because, you know, I'm bad with names, period, but also I'm very bad with connecting shops with names. Ask Amber, she will tell you all about it. I hope you've been doing well. All right, so I will make this quick because I know this is not in season. Ooh, look at this bubble wrap. Melissa treats me right. Hey, Cindy in Alabama. What is up, my friend? I am getting ready to book my flight to Alabama to go to TMI for September. All right. So some of these things I really think they can be used for Christmas. Like, okay, so like when we're doing like the pink nutcracker or the mint. So I don't know, this sale was supposed to end on Saturday and I went on a Wednesday. I'm not saying anything is on sale. I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt to look. So Yeah, I got all of these. Like, I'm sure these started off for Valentine's Day, but heck, they were sitting there. And I took advantage of them. Tons of things that I thought would work for moodiness. my moodiness. Let's see. Binge watching. Oh, I can't wait to see. Definitely let me know how it turns out, Robin. YouTube stinks as far as like we can't show each other things, but you can find me in Facebook Messenger, Instagram, all those things. Look at these. These might not have been on sale. These are magnolias. These are gorgeous. Let me see. I'm pretty sure on YouTube I can easily tag things now. I don't think these were a sale item. I think these were one of her regular items. So, gorgeous. Last time we designed, we had that whole thing over wooden berries, remember? These purple wooden berries, again, I think were on sale. Not everything in this box was on sale, so. But yes, wooden berries, my new thing. Didn't know they existed. Can't live without them. If anybody's doing a spooky winter, spooky Halloween, like chic Halloween, gorgeous. I'm also getting ready to design a new one, a new wreath for my girl Emily of the Real Housewives. If you saw, I was watching the other night and my arrangement was in her kitchen and I was like, couldn't get to the remote fast enough to like pause, rewind, fangirl, drool, do all the things. But I am doing a new wreath for her. She loves bright, bold colors, so there's a good chance that like this, maybe some oranges, like some pinks, all of that stuff. Those are all very much in her wheelhouse. And she takes really good care of her wreaths. She is from Ohio, so she is very into wreaths and like taking care of her home. Not to say people in Cali don't do that, but I just feel like she does more than your average California bear. Look at these ranunculus. These were one of the clearance items. Super pretty. These are like, they look like AI-ish, the way they're so vibrant. And let me know what you guys are liking out of this. I got some red because I was thinking about Christmas. Okay, so these, again, these are new items. Look at these snowy berries. Got a couple of these. Snowy eucalyptus. No, snowy lamb's ear. I just cleaned up the glitter. I can't do it again. I like literally just swept it today. And then I got one, there was only one left. So yes, I did do it. Yes, I am the problem. But gorgeous. I have some of those moss frames. I have like a little thing in mind about making it into like a picture. So I got a couple little bird's nests. This I'm going to put aside for today since we're doing fall. Okay, so we have this fall bush. Okay, these are actively being sold. And then I got, this looks way bigger than it did online. Okay, Hello Nerds. This looks so much bigger than it did online. Okay, this is a great pick. This is the kind of thing that you could make a wreath out of so easily. If you took them and went like this, you like basically have a crescent wreath. I'll give you the SKU real quick. The SKU on this one is 65882. So this one has everything on it. So we have our pine cones, we have our pomegranate, we have our little pears, we have magnolia leaves, we have other type of foliage, we have pumpkins. So if you're thinking about like all the things that you could have to individually purchase, or you could just have the work that someone else did, these are fantastic. So I got 3 of these. Yes, I definitely say these are a good buy. Again, if you use promo code CAR15, you save 15% off. And if you spend over $125, it's free shipping. So I'm going to put those fall beauties aside. And let's see. Oh, it's a supply kit of yellow and blue. I know, and I think you have deluxe ribbon in it with the lattice. I love it, and I love that ribbon. Oh, I know, I love the snowy berries. I've had something in my head since last year around blue-based greenery and like whites and snow. Okay, this was the thing I was waiting the most for, or most excited for. And they were a little on the pricey side, but I would sell them for the pricey side. Okay. Hear me out on this one. Oh my God, they are so pretty. I don't have pricing on here anyways. These are maybe like $15-ish. Look at these orchids. Let me fluff a little bit. Let me get these babies looking as beautiful as they are. I have this vision of doing a bridal bouquet starring these. Can you see these? I like want to wear these like in my hair. These would also be beautiful in a tree or on a mantle. The quality on these is like next to none. They're gorgeous. They have crystals on them. They have pearls on them. So I grabbed 3 of them. Oh, I love these. Now I wish I bought more. I was just, you know, like when you're like, what do you guys think of the Ooh La La? Yes. Hey, Judy. Lori. Larry, what am I thinking? I am loving these. Gorgeous. Yes, they're like jewelry. Like legit. Like this is a brooch. This is in my hair. These are gorgeous. This is my favorite of everything. This was not a sale item. This is a winter item. And it only came in this color. I have never seen anything like this. This is like one of those like holy cow items. So, yes. You were going to say ooh la la too. See, like, us girls, we love the sparkles. One of my closest friends, her nickname is Sparkles because not only does she glow and sparkle, but like everything around her that she has is like sparkly and shiny. And she is like the classiest woman. All right, so that was my haul. Now let's see what Melissa has sent for us that we'll be working on tonight. Shall we? And this just came today. Holy cow, was that stupid to do so close to my hand. What is wrong with me? I don't know. I have no idea. That would have sucked. Okay, let's do this while we're watching. Why don't I run with scissors next? Oh my goodness. Why do I cut when I'm not looking? I did this the other day. I cut a box open and was like dragging the scissors towards my face and looking at the camera like, eye contact's great, but only if you have eyes. Only if you have eyes. Does she have inventory left? Oh my gosh, you know what? None of the hydrangea were in there. Robin, I think I got scooped for them all. And I taunted Donna about it. I taunted her like in an evil fashion. They're not here. They got sold out. I mean, I bought them, but I didn't. Darn it. See, that's karma. Because I didn't even feel bad. And I did a sorry, not sorry about it. Man. I don't know if it's Catholic guilt. It gets me all the time. Well, Donna, you got the last pink one? Robin, didn't I shop before you? Robin, you're in like YouTube timeout. You need to sit in a YouTube corner somewhere, but still hang out because I love hanging out with you. How did you get the scoop on me? There was like watermelon ones that I think I got 4 out of the 5. And then there were hot pink ones. Oh, Robin. You'll do something beautiful with it, so I'm happy that it went to you. But darn it. I totally just spaced it. I thought I was going to get a bunch of them. You little You little devil. Okay, so actually Melissa sent us, oh no, this is different. Okay, so in our curated box from Melissa, we have one bush of fall foliage, and oh my gosh, this has really nice berries. They're not wooden, but they're nice and coated. This could be a staple for the season, okay? Because look at how much greenery or foliage we're getting with the berries. You do not find nice berries in local craft stores, and if you do, either it's a miracle or they're way overpriced. But I honestly, I never find them. I feel like they're always like that foam, the clustery kind. Those do not hold up outdoors in the sun. You can't even spray UV spray on them without them already like starting to come undone. Oh, Robin, I know you're just like gloating. And I'm so proud of you for it too. That's the sick thing about it. I'm enjoying it for you. All right, so we have that. Then we have, oh, hello, moodiness. These are like wineberry kind of. Let's see. That's the wrong paper. I don't know that. Oh. Ooh, I see a peony, guys. All right, all about cozy fall vibes. Let's see, a nice full layered look of mix and match stems that we can create something that's uniquely yours. So yes, we have burgundy and green Donica ivy stems with buds. Okay, beautiful. And I believe I can tag all this stuff very easily at the end of the video. I think so. Look at these. Melissa has the most gorgeous florals. This is why a lot of the time I do take them and put them into arrangements because, I mean, up close even, I feel like it's hard to tell that they're artificial. Oh, these are actually, I think these are roses because they have thorns on them. Just for fun. Burgundy cabbage rose spray. I've never seen cabbage roses with thorns on them before. Just for my prickly pleasure. All right, and then we have another spray of foliage. Look at this. And I love how bright this is. I could also see this, like if somebody just threw this in a vase, like if you had a bunch of these and you just wanted to decorate your home with them. Okay, we have some, these are almost like beige mums. And what are you? What are you? Does anyone know what this is? I feel like I'm gonna quiz first. I saw a picture of these and I thought they were like this big. I was not expecting this. All right. Bonus points to anyone who knows what this is, what they are. So beautiful. Larry, are you talking about the cabbage roses? This is why I always say like cabbage roses and peonies. If you're somebody who is selling, I would list it both ways because like I don't always know the difference. Like I just categorized it. So same thing. I think when you're advertising for something, you could put down either name and people are not going to know the difference. So yes, I love these. Like look at the color palette that she put together for us. Got dark, we got a little bright, got some neutral. Looks like brown artichokes, all right. Robin, are you sorry? Yes, he may come out of timeout now. Let's see. I asked what they are, but I don't know. They are not artichokes. If anyone else has a guess. Robin just flat out is not sorry. That's why we get along so well. Because you have no remorse for these things. Because you're fresh. And I love fresh. I recognize it. I appreciate it. That's it. All right, so shall we get to some designing? We have this, and I am going to use some ficus. I was recently taunted for ficus not having it and then me like feeling a little bit lost. Oh shoot. And so yeah, ficus is my crutch. Why am I gonna fight it? I am not. So it's gonna just sit in the background like it does. And let me see. And it's okay if it doesn't make sense. All right, I've only got 2 pieces of ficus. So if you are new to watching me design, ficus is like my binky. I like to lay it out just to kind of set some parameters. Larry, so, okay, I don't know if anybody's going to get them because I still, even though I know what they are, I don't know what they are. These are called brown musella stems or musella. I don't know what that is. It says it's for a boho look. I do think artichokes was a good guess because they do have like the pointiness. So I think they're going to be beautiful, but I don't know what they are. We are all out for ourselves. We come together for support, but supplies, especially ribbon probably, it could get ugly quick. All right, so I am going to take my wreath. Okay, this is an 18-inch grapevine that I got from Michael's. Haven't lost an eye yet, but it will come. I'm just going to clean off some of the stray branches. I like to just make, a lot of what I like to make are crescent wreaths. So with crescent wreaths, it's just like a crescent moon. So we're going to be covering up 1/2 of our wreath. Okay, and so just like how we are in photos, we have our best side. So whatever the best side of this wreath is, we want to leave it uncovered. Okay, so this is a pretty good looking wreath. I will say, and there really isn't a bad side here. I think this side's a little bit more attractive. So I am going to leave this side uncovered. I'm just going to, again, just take off the stray pieces. And you can either cut the stray pieces. I just snap them off. This girl loves to manhandle things. So what I'm going to do is once I know what side is going to be covered, then I identify what the top of my wreath is. And I'm going to take one thick branch, which is this guy right here. I'm going to take a piece of our grapevine wire that you can get at Michael's. It is, so this isn't even an actual kit. This is a curated box from TCT Crafts. So all of these items can be purchased individually. So Melissa sends a box every month. And then the first box, you know. So yes, any of these items can get purchased individually. So the word for that, musella or musella, is M-U-S-E-L-L-A. And the SKU number for that was 42216B-BR. Okay, and again, that's 42216B as in boy -BR. Now I'm taking my grapevine wire and I'm just feeding it through that one thick branch. And I'm just going to twist the ends. And what I'm doing is I'm making a little loop for customers to hang this by. All right, and then I'm just, the ending is kind of messy where we twisted it. So now I'm just going to slide this through. Okay, so we have this nice loop. And then I just like to take a piece of ribbon, usually just something random or seasonal. Right now we're going random. So this is just something I had on hand. I'm just going to cut this and I'm just going to tie it in a knot. And the purpose of this is just so that the loop stands out. When somebody takes it out of the box, they know the suggested way to hang it. But, you know, oftentimes people, they have their own ideas. And you know what? It's their wreath. They can hang it however they want. So, do this little haircut. Make it look polished. And that's just that's how I like to do it, you know, but when I do workshops, there are lots of people who like to leave it like all wild and stuff. Everybody's is different. So especially as a designer, if that's how you like it, if you like them kind of all like sprawling and crawling and all that stuff. Whatever the things are that you like, those are what make you different from someone else, and that could be what gets you the sale, and that's why my register does not go cha-ching. So stick to what you know, stick to what you love, and follow your instincts, and you'll be just fine. Golden Lotus or Chinese Dwarf Banana. It's brown for fall. Look at you, Lurie. All right. Thank you for that, looking that up, doing a little research for us. And yeah, so Robin, I don't know if she sells the boxes. I think she sells ribbon sets. I don't know if she sells like the boxes curated. I know she sends them, like she'll send them to me. But I don't know. Check out the website. Check it out. It looks revamped. It looks beautiful. They're normally yellow. Okay. A wealth of knowledge. And I love her materials too. And I love her designs. Just like Melissa. Melissa is very, very elegant and sophisticated. And everything she buys follows suit with her. Everything is very much on brand. Okay, so the ficus is not even going to show. This is just my personal crush. Okay, so I'm going to use it to just outline the parameters that I'm going to be building in. Definitely not a necessary step. Okay, and honestly, if I had orange foliage out, I have not flipped my workshop yet. Honestly, I'm probably not going to do it till there's somebody here that wants to step on spiders. There really aren't. I don't even want to say it out loud. It's been okay down here, but I just feel like I want backup, and Bruno has not been very helpful. So I feel like I need backup for that. But yes, or I'll do it during the day. I'm just being a baby. I'm just being a baby. But yes, I have some beautiful, I think, are they rose leaves? Orange rose leaves that work like ficus, but they're perfect for the season. I've been doing some shopping, guys. I got Reliant ribbon unboxings to do. I got a bunch of stuff that has kind of started to stack up. Your girl is feeling like designing, and so I am very excited with all the new materials. Because, yeah, I was like, I hadn't really shopped. I was like, I'm just feeling meh. And so if ever you're feeling meh, don't give up. Don't think you're going to feel meh forever, but also if you don't feel like you have to push yourself or you're not in the mood to push yourself, then you don't have to. Do it when you are feeling for it, when you're feeling up for it. It shall come. Your gifts are your gifts. All right. So now baby got her binky. And I have my ficus down. What do we want to start with? So I also have this stuff. Now, I'm not going to use these today, I don't think. But back to my point about earlier. Did I just point at you guys? Sometimes I'm so rude. If ever you wanted just something easy, say you've got like a craft show coming up and you really need to crank, there are some things you could do. One is you could make like things for a mantle or a dining room table. And you can take that by doing something easy. I bent these, so it's a little bit harder, but you can make like a garland. Okay, you can zip tie these. You can put these on, you can put more leaves behind them, and you can make something that stands flat. Okay, beautiful on a mantle. You could take these on a crescent wreath, have things behind it, obviously, to make it look nice and full. And then 1, 2, and obviously you just bend these a lot more. And like you could put a bow in the middle, and like this is done. So like these are the types of items that I think work so well because the work is already done for you. So let me give you that SKU if I didn't already. It's 65882. It's got all the fruits on it, all the pine cones. So this is kind of like when they talk about like a Ralph Lauren holiday. It's a lot of like the fruits and then like those natural seasonal colors. So 65882. You're feeling meh? You're not a baby. And yeah, and when your body needs a break, your body needs a break. That's a whole other... When your body needs a break, Lori, there's really no point in pushing it, I think. If you push it and you make it worse, especially when it's your arms, your hands, then you're going to make it just harder for yourself down the line, and then you're going to make it harder to enjoy your gift. So don't push yourself when physically your body is telling you to just like take it easy. Aren't they awesome? Those are keepers. I'm going to order more of those. Purchase several champagne and black Christmas stuff using your code. Rose gold. Champagne and for rose gold. So I know that both places, both TCT, I know TCT Crafts and TMI Gifts, I think they're both in a restocking process. Another place that I've had good luck with is Craft Outlet. As far as like the glitter and the ribbon and things like that. So I'd say that's a good place. They don't necessarily do the discounts unless you are shopping there regularly. It has something to do with like a threshold of how much you spend. And aside from that, sometimes if we're talking ribbon, Amazon can have some, but it's so hit or miss. So what I've done is if I have purchased on Amazon, just to talk while I'm yapping, I'm going to break this down into different pieces, okay? So, let me see. I cut one long piece off, and then this one, I think I'm just going to leave this attached to keep it bent. So what I do is, if I should order something from Amazon because I'm feeling really stuck, like I need something really specific, like a pink glitter nutcracker, I just get ready to return. So open it up. If it's not what you expected, because that happens way too often with Amazon, then just send it right back, okay? Because they're really good about taking things back, especially when you get closer to Christmas. Even if you, say, have like a really successful tree topper, like I one year had, actually a couple of years, like a really popular pink velvet one. And so I loaded up on the ribbon, but then after the holiday, I kept like a roll and I returned the rest because Amazon has a really long return window. So then you don't kind of get like stuck with it all. So like that's one strategy. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't encourage doing like a multiple at a place where you don't think you're going to get consistent quality. And Amazon's not going to give you consistent quality because they are always like changing things up. Yeah. Good luck. Christy, how are you? Nice to see you, friend. Did you enjoy Saturday's Christmas in July? I love that they've got the group still kind of going. Well, they do have the group still going. Those women work so hard. Yes, so on Saturday there was a Christmas in July event and I was like setting up the night before and like there's only like a few feet between here and there and I was stepping over one of the wires and I went to trip. I trip a lot because you're supposed to walk like heel to toe and apparently my parents didn't teach me how to do that or something. So I walk the opposite way and so I trip often. And so I started going like head first into the wall. And so to like stop myself, I like tensed up and I like pulled my hamstring. So that's how dedicated I am to wreath making. So I called my friend and I'm like, I broke my ace. And they're like, I don't think so. I think you pulled your hamstring. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I broke it. But yes, I did pull my hamstring because wreath making is dangerous when you're a klutz anyways. All right. I'm going to end up cutting off. If any of these ficus leaves are showing, I will be cutting them off. Florals from Amazon can be horrible. Sometimes they smell like petrol. So if ever you order from anywhere and they smell like petrol, send them back. Sometimes it's just, you know, it's just a fluke, but you can't ever use things that smell like petrol. I have even tried to like really douse something in the UV spray. I've tried airing them out. Things that smell like petrol are going to smell like petrol. It's what they're made with. Like even certain types of gloves, like that's the actual product in them. So you can't get the smell out. You definitely don't want to pass that on to a customer. Carol, booty bump. That's right. Christy, I love it. I want to know what you bought because I did some shopping too. So I will have to. I can't wait for it to come. I did a lot of ribbon. I went ribbon heavy. I was kind of so tired. I was like, I'm afraid that the day is going to go by and I'm going to like not have shopped at all. So I didn't go totally crazy. I kind of went a bit ribbon crazy, even though I always say don't do it until you've unpacked your ribbon, but I couldn't help it. Hello, Jackie. Carol Matheson, how are we? So nice to see you guys. We are doing a fall wreath from TCT Crafts. And Melissa packed us with some gorgeous goodies. And Carol, yes, I did lay some ficus down because, you know, because I'm a baby. And I'm probably going to end up cutting some of this off. Laying the groundwork. But Melissa sent us some gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. So let's start working on this. It discolored. Okay, so Robin's saying that she used the UV spray. And was it the Krylon UV spray for florals specifically? My guess is, was it Blue Base Greenery? All right, so anything that's covered or wrapped in paper, this is gonna just rip right apart. You're doing great. Aw. Just like you and I, Carol, I can't stay away from ficus and I can't stay away from you. So it's always nice to see you pop up. And look at your little face in your circle. Because my name is Cara. And I am a ficus addict, yes. I can't help it. Whoever was on the one time I didn't use it, and I was just like, oh, it was. And Larry, was it you who like busted my chops and was like, bet you wish you had ficus now? It was, wasn't it? Larry, you're making it so much worse with the spelling right now, and it's absolutely like so cute and charming. Just keep going. Keep spelling ficus for me. All right. So I'm breaking this up, okay? So we started off with a bush like this. We're ending up with 4 separate pieces. It was you. It was true. I mean, if you think I wasn't thinking it, oh my gosh. Variegated ficus. Okay, so it's blue-based. Beaded grass. The blue and red florals and ribbons dull the tones. I have struggled with using the variegated ficus and having the spray work. So what I have been doing is I've been spraying the front and the back, but also I have encouraged clients that like it needs to be done annually. How long would you say it was out there for? I'm going to break this second bush down too. Because I don't know if you're doing anything wrong. I think that sometimes there are just elements that we can't control. I was using a beautiful DuPont ribbon, one that I have had no issues with whatsoever. Actually, 2 ribbons it's happened to that were like pretty, I wouldn't say they weren't like expensive, but they were like good quality ribbon. And both of them faded like out of nowhere. And so I replaced them and I sprayed them. They weren't sprayed the first time, but I figured it couldn't hurt to spray them the second time because if they're being used, if If the floral spray is being used on flowers that are made with fabric, then I'm sure it's okay to put on ribbon. I guess it's less expensive. Yeah. I would use, if I had the rose leaves unpacked, I would have used that. You just made them. I can't see spraying them too heavily as causing damage though, because to me the sun needs to eat away at it. It might just be, I mean, if something maybe is just too heavily in sun, I really don't know. It could just be that it's the particular product. I mean, like, so I'm going to start in the middle. So when I'm doing this, okay, I'm kind of looking at, this is from the center up. So I'm going to be using everything in an upward direction. And from the bottom down, I'm going to be going in a downward direction. I mean, not every product is going to be created equal. So you have to figure that certain ficus is not going to be created the same as others. So a variegated ficus might do better with the UV spray than others. So I don't know if it has something to do with maybe where you got it. It is unusual though that like all the products, not all, but like multiple products that you use, it happened to. What state was it? Is it in like, was it in like a really hot state? And that's too bad. I mean, that's hard because you went through like the extra steps to make sure that that didn't happen. And especially for something that is, let me see, because you said that was for, yeah, let's see, Southern Illinois. So, yeah, how did you resolve the issue? So you think, okay, so Marion's saying she thinks it might have been the paint, the spray. I mean, it's one of those things that it is kind of hard to say. Like, I consistently use the Krylon UV spray for florals. I'll grab it right now. And even with my own wreaths, and I almost took a digger. So hot and humid. Okay, so like this does protect from water, dust, and sun, but only to a certain degree. It's going to give it a better lifespan. It's not going to 100% protect for something. So you're doing your due diligence, but it can only do so much against the elements. So, you know, again, you can encourage people to take some steps for themselves to help extend the life. But like, I wouldn't put a warranty or a time frame on how something's going to last. But if you see that something has lasted like in an unacceptable time frame, like I think that bow that one of them lasted like a month. And I was like, that makes zero sense to me. Like that, I was like, I'm just sending you a new one, like immediately. So, yeah. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, because, you know, so many people don't believe in even using the spray. And also, a lot of products are starting to come out that are already UV protected. So I'm interested to see how that works. Ah, okay. So Christy she uses bows on her mailbox, and she actually like tests which ones work better. I'm curious how, Renee, that's a great point. Renee is also saying that UV levels have been much higher lately. If you do think about how crazy the weather's been, like I don't know where it's like how it's been in other parts of the country, but for us here in New Hampshire, the Canadian wildfires, like our skies have been like yellowish orange. We've had a couple days over the last week. So I think there are some environmental things also that we're just not used to. I could totally see like not even putting flowers in this and just doing a whole thing. Because you know, like how sometimes people want something that's a little bit more simple. Like maybe they like you know, just a boxwood wreath or something like that. I could see just a wreath of all textures. Yeah, Chrissy, that's a cool idea. And Christy, I mean, and she's so close to TMI Gifts that she could just like go and be like, here, I'm gonna get more. And Christy, I think it's so, I love that they have the ribbon aisle is doubled, because when I was down there, I was like, it's just so busy. And I'm like, you know, sometimes like there's a buggy blocking like everything, or like a baby carriage. And I'm like, I think there should be like a sign that says like, you know, leave the baby. Nobody's gonna take your baby. Like, just leave the baby at the end of the aisle. Like, well, we'll watch them. But people need to be able to shop. You can't stop and talk and like have your baby and your buggy and your pal and your friend. Like, I'm like, you gotta shop. You're in there for a short amount of time, and you gotta be able to get to your ribbon. I don't know that TMI Gifts thought I was that funny about leaving your baby at the end of an aisle in a buggy, but I really, I kind of did think that that would be okay, because it's a very trustworthy place. But they did not accept that, but they did think that doubling the aisle was a better idea. That's right. Watch out. Yeah, I absolutely could see this being its own beautiful thing. Ugh. Oh, I actually wish I had enough to just do it like that. My mind is going, but this is all that I have for these particular items. This tag, I want to just say, I think this alone would make just a beautiful wreath. Like, now that I'm just using it, so lantern. Carol, I threw the tag out. Shocker. Okay, but I ordered this as well, because I would definitely encourage people to get that. Not to pause, but I am pausing, but let's see, what is it? I got one. Where is it? Didn't I? Artificial fall leaf and bear. Oh, I got it as a spray. And oh yeah, okay. So that thing that I just broke up, this one, the SKU number is 65113. And it's a 27-inch artificial fall leaf lantern spray. And I'm just giving that out because I really do think that the way this moves and the amount of wiring that's in it, this could be its own wreath. Like, I totally feel like if I had enough, I wish I could just shift gears and just make this go all around. I absolutely do. But we got peonies or cabbage roses, so I'm never going to complain. Tags are like gold. I know. I mean, Carol, can I blame you? Because, well, technically I don't need to save them, but you are really good about reminding me. I think I'm going to save this for another time. I do love it, but I'm loving the mood. Okay, so we have this. Carol, did you see this yet? If you didn't, do you know what it is? Because I don't know that I don't think you were here yet. It would look so nice. I know you do try your best. Carol, you can't watch me 24/7. That's a full-time job. Nobody gets paid that much. Do you know what these are? Because I actually think we would use these before our peonies. Yeah. And I have a feeling when I cut these open, these are going to separate from the head of the flowers. No, you came late to the party. These are musellas, which are also called banana somethings. And they're usually yellow, but in this season they turn brown. Right? Don't you love them? I don't 100% know exactly what they are. That's really good English. That's my edumacation kicking in right there. I wonder if they have, like, Larry had looked it up. They do look interesting because these look like banana leaves. Like, are these actually part of a banana? Not a plant, a tree. Is that? Because these really do look like that. I don't know that I would use them here, but so yeah, they do look very boho, which is like what is said in the description. So if anybody's interested in this, is the SKU number the same? Oh, I think I might have already given this out. The SKU number for this was 42216B-BR. I mean, these look exactly like banana leaves to me. Okay, Jackie, you're in Florida, and okay, banana trees don't flower. Okay, maybe it's like called like, because, and actually banana leaves would be like huge, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. Jackie, just snap me out of it. Tell me to stop. Tell me to stop talking about things I know nothing about. All right, let's start in the center, and let's put this bad Larry. He is a chunky monkey. And let's have him going inward. And what I like is he's going to kind of blend, but then he's going to be like, hey, don't miss me. Golden Lotus or Chinese Dwarf Banana. Thank you very much, Larry. Okay, this is what I thought was going to happen. I'm pulling him. Whenever things have this wire coating, okay, because if you buy like a bouquet of, say, roses at Michael's and you cut them, this happens. So take this off if you can, because you don't want this to get separated. See, that's exactly what's happening. So what I'm gonna do, my glue gun is sleeping right now, so I'm just gonna take, this is not the safest way to do this, but I'm just gonna take some glue and just make sure that the top of my flower, the top of my stem is securely glued to the top of, I forget which one I said first, but these guys are going to be glued together. Of course, this one wasn't. So I did know what I was talking about as far as that part goes, just nothing else. Robin, you are a genius. I love the way you think. And I forgot to mention, in case anybody's wondering about who did my hair today, it would be no one, because when I went to my hair salon and I was waiting for my appointment, they said, Cara, you don't have one. And I was like, huh? I come here every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. What do you mean? And they were like, and yes, I do feel better, thank you. And they're like, you're not in our system. So then I was like, oh, let me look at my phone. And I said, well, you're not in my phone either. Bye. I was like, what is wrong with me? Every Tuesday. That's how I like structured my day. I get my hair did at 4, back around 5:30, scoff down some food, come down here. That's how I'm doing it, people. That's how I'm trying to get a routine going. But I was like, I do not have a hair appointment. And now my hair's in a messy bun. I will tell you, Robin, and I will show you. It is Chardonnay. And it is Diatom. One of my favorites. Had it at a restaurant. Loved it. Of course, everything costs way more at a restaurant. New Hampshire liquor store, it's like the mob. They control how much everything costs, but reasonably priced for the quality. And oh my gosh, Robin! Oh, it slipped. Oh, Robin! Clumsy. Sorry, guys. You guys are too kind, and I am so corny. Donna, I have some news for you. I'm going to work while I yap. Donna, I unboxed all of the sale items I got for TCT Crafts and all the other things in that order. And you know what? Do you want to know about the hydrangea? All those hydrangea that I got that I bought out? Because you are, I don't know what you're going to think when you find out. I didn't get any. They all got scooped up. Robin got one. I got none. Not a single hydrangea bush. So all that mocking I did of you or to you, all that baiting and sorry, not sorry stuff, karma got me. I got none. Not a single hydrangea in that entire box. And I didn't realize it until the very end. And then Robin was like, I got one. So Robin went to timeout. And then I said, you can come out when you're sorry. Are you sorry? And she said, no. So she came out anyways, because that's funny. You drink your Pepsi. You drink whatever you want, Marion. Oh, I know. That was a good box. That was a good box. And Donna, that was a mean haha. I can tell. I can tell. And Jackie, your husband's probably like, you know what, honey, I appreciate you so much because you could be so much more of a pain in the arse. And now I know the grass is not greener. I love you, baby. So there you go. There you go. All right. So we've got our first musella. All right. We're going to bend the head because we want to have motion, and also things in nature, they do not grow straight up and down. And we want to make space for our gorgeous peonies that we're going to be putting in. So actually, let me spread the love right now. And I'm going to spread these out a bit more. These things are so cool. There's no way anybody on Etsy is going to do a search for like musella flowers. That's just, or whatever. I don't even know if these are flowers or supposed to be seeds. I can't wait to talk to Melissa because she's like, do you want to try these? And I'm like, yeah, like, give them to me. But I thought they were teeny tiny things. But they are not. They are large Larrys for sure. Jackie, you say no, but in his head he's like, somebody dodged a bullet right there. And you know what? He's not wrong. All right. Now we have our cabbage roses. Okay, we're going to break these up. How are we going to break these up? Let's see. All right, I'm going to take these two. Give them a cut. We might need to put those on a floral pick. And then let's leave the stem long. Donna, I can just sense you're like beaming that I didn't get any hydrangea. I can't believe it. I had already gone through the whole box and all of a sudden I was like, I didn't get any hydrangea. I was banking on those. I was banking on those for next year. These cabbage roses are gorgeous. And Carol, this is like a great example because I thought they were peonies. Actually, I think I called them peonies a second ago. Like of why when we're like advertising, if you are somebody that's selling, which Carol, I know we don't all have to sell, but if anybody ever wanted to sell some stunning arrangements, that would be you, my love. So yes, I don't know that people can really tell the difference between cabbage roses, peonies, whatever. These had thorns on them, which I've never seen cabbage roses with thorns on them, but that's what made me like check the paper. Otherwise, I would have just said peonies over and over again. Hello, Michelle. How are you? I'm so glad you like them. How are the deer, my dear? Look at my sad ficus. It's like you've used me and abused me once again. When are you gonna stop, woman? And I know the answer is never, but why do I need to say it? And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna cut the buds off too. I think I'm gonna have to put these all on picks because I want the buds to be at the very end. It's very true. Very, very true. You make beautiful designs. My fellow more is more girl. All right, so I always like something that's kind of cascading down. So let's have pretty little baby just kind of floating there. I am going to have to cut some of these ficus because they are sticking out. It is not the season of green for fall. Yeah, so then instead of just going home because my hair appointment didn't exist, I was like, oh, I guess I'll go shopping. Because I was sad. I was sad. Hello, Vicki. I got these off of Amazon. So these green leaves, I love these. These are my second pair, but I will say they're my second pair in like 8 or 9 years, and I use them a ton. So for the amount of wear and tear, I would say like I think these are a great buy. I don't think they're called wire cutters. They're called like cable cutters or something. So on YouTube, there's like a Linktree link up top, and on it you can like go, there's like an Amazon page where it has like the tools I use. I think it's linked there. It is linked there somewhere, but also if you wanted to message me somewhere, I can just give you like a direct link. Do you use these? Yeah, because actually I got these from Julie. So that's how I learned about them in the first place, because they're not regular wire cutters. For me, like my hands get really like stiff and arthritic. So I always try and find tools that kind of do the work for you. And those are a great example of them. There are also some, and I don't know what they're called, and I don't have any, but they are like more like spring-loaded, which also I guess are good for your hands. I should probably learn more about them before I talk about them, but that also sounds like a good idea. Let's see. So we're going to pepper in our cabbage roses. Guys, I am like, and I'm not saying this, I am like definitely hitting, I'm not saying this just to say this. I am hitting this website after we're done. So, Donna, you have been warned. And last time, somebody scooped me. Well, and by somebody, I mean Robin. Yeah, Robin. Spring-loaded cutters. So I know at TMI Gifts, they do have them. I think they sell them, but also, like, they use them there. They use them for their bow bar. I don't know what the brand is, though. Like, and I only used them once. They weren't, like, heavy-duty like this, so I just can't compare because I didn't use them long enough. And actually, I think I brought my own. Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking them. Oh, Gina, how'd they get thrown away? No, Robin, I do think they're like cable cutters. Cable to what? No idea. I was just gonna say get her done just because I guess that's like, I grew up in Mass. Why I wanna bust out some New Hampshire, I don't know, but I still feel compelled to say get her done. This is Get her done. Yeah, it has something to do with cable. Don't know. Don't know why, how, but you can use some heavy duty tools to make your job easier. I say go for it. The other day, like my parents live next door to me. They don't live with me. God willing. Love them. But we need a little bit of separation of church and state around here. And I was just like, before they left, I was like, I really am like, the bushes in the front are just annoying me because somebody who we say who shall remain nameless, planted like a maple tree in the mulch bed in the front of the house. It makes no sense. Anyways, just like there's a few things there that are just kind of irking me. And by the time my parents came back, I'm like in my shorts and my sports bra and I'm sweating and I got a chainsaw and like I cut like 3 trees down and my dad's like, holy shite. He's like, what happened? I'm like, nothing. I was like, I am the son you never had. Granted, I have 2 brothers. And he was like, do you need help? I'm like, does it look like I need help? No. Don't need help. Don't need help at all. Like I love me a power tool. I love me any tool that gets the job done. So give me a good challenge and I am all in. But it was funny because he was like, what the hell did you do? I was like, I did what I wanted. I'm glad you guys are loving the colors. Thank you, Diane. All right, I'm gonna ask your opinion. Do we want a little pop of light or should we just keep it like in the zone moody? Pop or just mood? Donna, you cut down a tree when you were pregnant? Oh my goodness. Carol, I'm kind of feeling the same way. Like sometimes I like a pop, but like for this, I'm liking the mood. I'm liking the mood. Moody, yes. Robin, I think you're actually just talking about my disposition and I will take it. I will take it. I will own it. I think you're all just, I don't even think anyone's talking about the wreath at this point. Just kidding. What I might do when I do find the box with the orange tea leaves is I might backfill a little bit because I know it's a little sparse in a few areas. Again, I do encourage folks, if you are looking for some good berries and some fall foliage, this is a really, really good, I think it was called a spray or a pick or whatever. It seems more like a bush to me, but you do get 4 cuts off of it. And yes, these cabbage roses are gorgeous. This Musella thing, whatever it is, I have to look into it more. I mean, that's just very unique. So if you're looking for something that is unique, I think that is it. All right, so we have this. And then something I kind of don't show that often anymore is like the back of the wreath. So, you know, people do things different ways. A lot of people, not a lot, people do, everybody does things differently. So some people slide things through, some people have things and they twist them back in. So a lot of the time I just have things that I just push through the back of the wreath, okay? So when that happens, we have our stems that go through, okay? These are all things that are gonna scratch somebody's door. And so what I like to do is I go through afterwards and I'm gonna clip those off, okay? So when I clip those pieces off, you can see right there, that's the piece that I dipped the most in the glue pot. So it has the glue on it, which means this is the part that was securing that stem on the glue pot, on the wreath. So as I go through and I'm snipping all of those pieces off, I'm kind of taking out its security. So when I'm doing that, I need to figure out a way to put that back in place so that it's not going to come out. So the method that I like, and it's just my personal opinion, is I'm going to take a glue gun and I'm going to take some, this is reindeer moss. I get this stuff by like this big box from Amazon. Okay, this stuff is nice and fluffy. It's not artificial. It doesn't have color in it. Okay, you want things that are natural. If they use dye in this stuff and it rains, it does have the potential to then, you know, have the dye actually run on someone's door. And God, if you've heard the story with my nightmarish thing about colors running from rain, then you know. So I don't mess around with anything that has color that runs. Okay, but what I do is I go around to the back of the wreath. I find any part where I can see the end of a stem. I go through and I glue. And can I tell you guys how much I love this glue gun? And then I have been using glue rope. This stuff comes in a box that looks like a giant box of wine. It doesn't look like a giant box of wine. It looks like a box of loading your glue gun. Okay, this is all Sure Bonder product. Maybe that means I need to get out more, probably. Or maybe I'm just really enthusiastic about my Sure Bonder products. Who can say? Maybe my therapist. Let's not get into it. All right. So I am taking this and I let that glue just kind of cool just for a little bit, a couple seconds. That way I'm not burning off my fingertips. If I did, I wouldn't be traced back to any crimes, but that's not an issue at this point. But it's an option. All right. And then once I know that's all in and like it's dry and it's safe for me to kind of like mess around with, I'm just going to dig this into the back, like in between the branches of our grapevine. Because what I don't want is for this to come out of the box and for a bunch of pieces of moss to come loose. And for a customer not to know if like the wreath is falling apart or what the heck that is, all that stuff. All right. And then the last thing that I would do, which I would do outdoors, is, oh, you guys couldn't hear me? Jeez, I was like, I might have been saying some really funny stuff. I'm sorry. Oh no. I'll get a microphone. No, it wasn't the volume. I turned around. I think I actually did say something funny. Maybe not. Yeah. I mean, what I think is funny is probably not that funny. Okay, I'll get a microphone. Sorry about that, guys. Or I'll make sure I don't turn around again. So, yes. And then I will be spraying this outdoors. Okay. And as we talked about earlier, there are some blue-based greenery will turn faster. And I did start getting like extra with things. And I started spraying both the front and the back of my greenery. With fall-based greenery and like winter, I mean, it really isn't like as much of an issue. However, it is still going to protect from like dirt and dust and moisture. So I still spray it, and I include a care card in my orders so that, like, you know, one, it puts a little bit of responsibility back on a customer that like they are expected to take care of their, you know, their items. Like, it's not a forever item. Just like if you buy a shirt, you know, and you wash it 50 times, at some point it might get pilly. Like, there are certain things that maybe we need to do. We can't put it in the dryer and expect it not to shrink. We can't put it in with dish towels and expect it not to pill. So giving people some like guidance on these are the things you can do to make your item that you paid a lot of money for last for a long time. Like, that's a nice thing. But if you don't give any instructions or you give a time limit, like, those are things that can kind of get you boxed in, where you might have a customer come back and say like, well, you promised, or you kind of made it seem like this item was going to last a very, very long time. And we want it to last a long time. But for that to happen, it might mean that they need to, you know, cover it up when it's not in season. They might need to bag it up. They might need to reapply this, like things like that. So nothing like crazy and unreasonable, just some like little tips and tricks. That's all. So that is my 2 cents about that. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad you love the wreath. And thank you guys. You guys are always so fun to hang out with. Vicky, it was just you. Just kidding. Thanks guys. I appreciate you, and you guys just make it so much fun, and this is what makes me, this is the part that I was missing. And I know I'm not going to do my TED Talk stuff, but it makes my heart feel really full when I get to hang out with you guys and do what I love, because this is the part that I was missing. So I hope everyone has an awesome night. Thank you again for designing with me, and love you guys all. Bye. Robin, it's not over between us. You're still in trouble. But not really, though.